Yeah, we made it for now.
It's pretty slippery. All right, we are heading into town for
A very special event.
Very special event. Normally we wouldn't do this together. It would just be whoever is in town, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the last time that we are going to be doing this. So we're going together. And you have to wait to find out. The complete ice hill.
The ice hill. Watch us as we have We do not have a mortgage anymore.
We officially, unofficially own the piece of dirt that we live on.
Totally.
Still gotta go to the lawyer and do all that stuff, but
I don't think that'll be that expensive, but until we don't pay our taxes, we are full landowners. Putting up vapor barrier, I'm doing a little bit. I don't have a lot of time to work tonight, but I'm putting up vapor barrier. I'm going to cut out the windows. I'm going to cut out the, these are going to be lights over top of our bed, and just make sure that everything's tied in properly. And then, yeah, that's probably going to be it for tonight. Simple like that. I noticed a lot of videos of people building in the United States have a paper-backed fiberglass insulation. As far as I understand, you can't get that in Canada. And I'm not 100% sure what the benefit of it is. So for the way that we typically build in my region is you insulate your building. It's not necessary to insulate the exterior like we did, but we just wanted a higher R value. But so what you do is you insulate the building, insulate your wall cavities, and then you put up a thick poly vapor barrier, which keeps the air from leaking out of your house. And then after all of that, typically what you would do is you'd put in what's called an HRV, and that's a heat recovery ventilation system that basically just pulls and pushes old air, pulls in new air, and then it recovers the heat from that air that it pulls and pushes. So keeping the house filtered with fresh air, and keeping the heat that you would pull from a hot space outside and bringing it back in with a ceramic honeycomb that's inside the thing. So yeah, we're gonna do a video later when we buy that and install that, kind of explain the whole system, but this is how we typically build in Canada. So this is a fully vapor barriered wall. And again, the importance of that vapor barrier is to make it so that any of the moisture or heat inside the building can't exit and hit the plywood on the outside. If you have warm inside and it's cold outside, and that warm is able to hit that cold, and all that heat and that vapor is able to hit that cold, it will create condensation. And on wood, wetness on wood creates rot. Rot creates failure, mold, all that good stuff. So we got her. The black stuff I put on, it's called acoustical sealant. It's like a glue basically for vapor barrier. And then obviously we're using tuck tape, good old tuck tape, to tie everything in. Well, I convinced Katie to come give me a hand putting one more piece on. I feel like getting a little bit more done, and she's feeling it. So whenever Katie's in the mood, I say yes. Can you bring me a piece of cardboard? The wood is not seasoned.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. We are back upstairs today. We've got, in our last video, we got one piece of vapor barrier up, and then we were just completely exhausted. So we called it a night. And now we are going to
get the rest of the vapor barrier up.
Yes.
We're going to finish the vapor barrier up here so we're nice and airtight. We're going to go into the bathroom up here, and we're going to get the electrical roughed in real quick, get that insulated, so that's all done and dealt with. And then we're going to go downstairs and start figuring out where all the electrical is going to go, where all everything is going to go. So
yeah, we
do have a plan, but this build is a bit evolutionary.
Yeah.
So we're going to get to it. Katie, say your magic words.
I don't remember what they are when you put me on the spot.
Let's get to it.
Let's get going.
Let's get going.
But soon a flood will come and wash it away, like the sun that lights the morning sky. How you gonna make up? Sure, it's time to wake up. Always there to speak out, but never for the ones you love.
We are getting a lot of questions about these things that we're putting behind the electrical boxes. They are just a vapor barrier thing. So you can poke a hole in the bottom to put your wires through, and then you cut the vapor barrier around and pull out the little flange and tape it. So it's just an easy way to connect the vapor barrier behind the electrical boxes. Some people do just take the plastic and kind of like bunch it up behind it, but this is just a nice clean way, and they're fairly cheap, like a couple dollars for a pack of 10 or something like that. Just thought I would address that question because we are getting a lot of it on the last video.
I'm burnt out. I don't want to do anything.
Where'd you get that wood?
One-armed neighbor. His hand's doing better. He got back to work and he was able to get me some nice dry larch. It's good to have good neighbors.
Because we're running out of wood.
Well, we have lots of wet wood, but no. Nice thing about being up here with a neighbor like that is if you need someone to help, they're right over there. And it's just the two of us up here, well, the two families. So it's nice. It's definitely nice having a neighbor. It's a lot of tasks that we have to do together to keep the road open, to do all the stuff. And it's nice to split the load for sure.
We are fighting the burnout today and yesterday. It's been pretty gray here, so it's hard to feel motivated to do anything when you feel the same way, the same color as the sky. So we're just kind of trying to plug away and keep busy, and not really working on the house, but yeah.
We'll get a little done on her today.
Yeah, firewood has to get done,
Yep.
And when you have a pile of it in the doorway or in the back of the truck,
It's got to be done.
it's got to be done. And we're burning some stuff. We did actually butcher the 3 roosters that we had extra of. I tried to find them a home, but nobody wanted them because they weren't very attractive roosters, so nobody wanted them. And that's just the way it goes when you have chickens. Unless they're particularly unique looking, nobody really wants them.
Is that your favorite rooster?
Yeah, well,
No.
he's not.
Just say no. It's the other
He's
rooster
number
that we
two.
have.
He's 2 of 2.
Number 2.
Silky Boy's my main man, but this guy,
Bilky Sadar.
he's the OG. Making him love me by holding him. So tired.
No, Katie.
I'm taking a nap. Take a nap right here.
Good night.
Good night. I'm taking a nap.
You want to take a nap?
I'm taking a nap here.
Okay, take a nap right there then. Good night.
Good night.
Well, our life is falling apart, and it's a complete disaster in here. So,
I know a secret that Katie doesn't know.
what?
I'll tell you at the end of this clip.
Oh,
We paid off our mortgage.
yeah.
And that was a lot of work. And we're celebrating that we paid off our mortgage, because that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah. We're not debt free yet, but we're close. It's all manageable.
It's all manageable.
I think that is the main thing, is if you're going to go into debt, you know, a couple years, have it paid off. So
Even
that's
if it's
the goal.
10. Even if it's 10.
Yeah.
Just make sure you keep yourself together and do what you got to do, you know.
Yeah.
Make sure that your debts are something that lead to something that you want, for sure. But yeah, we paid off our mortgage. It's a beautiful day.
Yeah. So that's our good news. Leave a comment down below. Let us know something positive that's happening in your world.
Totally.
Love to hear it.
What's your good news?
Yeah.
And
let's
if
keep it going.
If you leave good news below, we will comment for sure. Yeah.
Gonna wrap up the video here. We've got a bus to clean up, which thankfully doesn't take too long because it's such a small space.
Damn, that was my secret I was gonna say. We have
What?
200 square feet. It's like 20 minutes to clean the whole bus.
Catch you in the next video. Thanks for sticking with us while we battle with burnout
Oh,
and just try to keep going. It's been hard. Anyways, hit the thumbs up. Let us know what's happening in your world that's positive, and we'll see you next time.
see you next time.